Hey, if you haven't heard, breaking news, Bianca Andreescu with a very serious injury, it looks like. She was playing over there on one of the courts in the Miami Open, and I'm going to call it a rolled ankle, but that doesn't do it justice as far as the audibleness of it. What I mean by that is when Bianca went down from what looks like a rolled ankle, she was screaming and yelling, and it was not good. And it took the breath out of a lot of people in the crowd, and quite frankly took the breath out of the whole tournament for a little while until she was taken off the court and kind of gave a half smile. But I think it was painful for Bianca for a couple of reasons. One, of course, you'll have to ask her, but just out of suspicion. One, of course, mentally painful because her mother was in the crowd. Her mother was crying in the crowd. You could tell it was her mother because they look exactly alike. And we confirmed it was her mom. And then number two, she's a competitor and she's doing really well. She was not only having fun on the court during this tournament, but also doing some really fun interviews post matches, not just on the court, but over there on the desk for the networks and stuff. So not a lot of fun to see Bianca hurt, especially since, if you don't know her history, I will tell you a little bit about it. Bianca's only like 22 or 23 years old, which is weird to say because we just haven't seen her a lot. She's always injured, all the time. It's kind of like Emma Raducanu, another young, super young player, younger than Bianca, I think, always injured, all the time. So the tennis gods, if you will, were not nice to Bianca tonight. It was very cruel. It's very unfair to see Bianca in so much pain. So we wish her the best. I was just saying to a friend of mine, Art, who's a good friend of mine here in Dallas, Texas. I was like, if Bianca ever played in the DFW Metroplex, maybe like WTA Finals was played here in Dallas last year. If it comes back and Bianca happens to be in the top 10 and gets to play in WTA Finals, I want to see Bianca play because I'm a big fan of hers. Big fan of Świątek, of course. But Bianca is really cool. But yeah, Bianca won the U.S. Open against Serena Williams way back when. I think it was like 2019, I think. And then she's never been the same since. So she got so many injuries. And this was it just seemed like a brutal injury tonight with her leg. And I know that, the cameras were panning to the crowd, seeing the reactions from people in the crowd, and just so many people were upset. They didn't like to see that. So it happens. We actually saw. I'll end on this. We saw Nadal maybe like 6-8 months ago, something like that. He was playing. I can't remember his name. I see his face in my mind, but I can't remember his name. But it was on clay, and he rolled his ankle, and it was brutal. Seemed worse than Bianca. Now that I say that out loud, maybe not, but it was brutal. So we've seen this before, ankles get rolled and all this stuff, but we wish Bianca, we wish you the best. We wish your family the best. And definitely going to be praying for Bianca tonight via Jesus Christ, and wish her the best. So hope to see her healthy and playing again soon. It was a lot of fun seeing her on court. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you haven't heard about Bianca, there's the news, a little bit on my take on that, and very respectful. Good night, and let's get back to tennis in the Miami Open here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube. Good night, guys. See you. Bye.